Hello, peeps. Today we're going to talk about the stupidity idea of console wars. All of these, everyone fanboying and fangirling over all these little, you know, pieces of plastic. And, okay, the idea is you want to choose the best piece of plastic. And here's the thing, they're all good. Some of them have features that are better than others. For example, portability. But not for long. They're all going to fight each other in the same arena. For example, the Steam Deck, I guess, or xCloud for Xbox, PlayStation. I've heard they're also working on a streaming thing. It's not very, no one really knows nothing about it, but this has the most powerful, obviously, but with the most expensive cost. But the games cost the least because of the amount of sales. These are all enclosed platforms, so less sales and games will generally cost more. And the lack of mod support, example, on consoles. These will all not really have mod support. For example, Minecraft, on PC you can get mod support, but on these you can only get, what, a shader? That's all. Now, biggest selling point though is definitely the games. Now, the Switch is doing super well because they just have their own little family-friendly multiplayer games like Smash Bros or Mario Party, for example. But the problem that comes with it is that you don't really get to play any new games because this thing is so weak in power. Like, I looked up the power. It's like twice as powerful as a 360, but a third as powerful as a PS4. And they just came out with a new Pro, or an OLED, I guess. It's the exact same thing, but an OLED screen. And they changed the back so that the little stand will be, more convenient, but that's it. And obviously um this thingy, whatever, for the stand, whatever, where you hook up to your TV, has Ethernet finally. I don't know why it took them forever. They didn't upgrade the hardware. What they really should have done is got a small NVIDIA GPU and used DLSS. That would have made stuff so much better. Okay, that's the problem with the Switch, in my opinion. You can only play Mario games, and occasional AAA like Doom comes out, but it runs not amazing. Even Doom, I mean, it runs like what, 30 FPS at 720p. PC, you can run anything you really want except for certain games from the Switch and PlayStation. But Games do has the biggest library and the least cost game. Once you buy a PC, you're gonna be happy with it for a while until you have to upgrade, of course. But that's another plus for PC is that you have upgradability. So, your graphics card's underperforming or your CPU's underperforming, you can upgrade that. And look at that. You got what you needed. And for these just, they optimize it super well though for consoles. Amazing. They're so optimized and so well like done. It's crazy. But the thing is, upgradability, games cost least. You can play VR. There's so many stores. That's why there's such good deals. And then, well, if you really want to buy a game for the Switch, just go to GameStop and they'll sell it to you for a lower price. Because after people are done with them, they done with the game, they just go back and sell it, and then you can go get a pretty good deal. So PlayStation versus Xbox, pretty much the biggest debate out there. PlayStation has more exclusives at the moment. It's not going to last that long though, sadly, for PlayStation players because let's just say this company that owns the Xbox, they shelled out a couple $1 billion to, buy a bunch of studios, some big household names like Bethesda and stuff like that. And I think it was like 8 or 7 studios, can't remember. and well, they're all making extremely large games like Starfield, which won't be coming to PS5, but will be coming to PC and Xbox day one. But PlayStation 5, however, has Spider-Man, God of War, extremely well made series. If I ever get PlayStation 5, that's what I'm going to be playing. And well, let's just say they have extremely good exclusives. Some of them not so desirable, like for example the pricing. For example, on PlayStation and Xbox, Ratchet and Clank, a 10-hour game costs $70. I don't know if that's worth it in my opinion, because I don't think it's worth it at all. Actually, it's way too much for a game you're only going to get 10 hours out of, unless you want to replay it again, which I don't usually do that unless I really really enjoy a game. So, and you can buy games on sale for all these, blah blah. Oh, let's talk about Steam Deck real quick. This is cool. For anyone that has a Steam library, you just play the games on the go. It's a crazy cool idea. It's like what, 3 times more powerful than a Switch. It's like 0.5 teraflops for a Switch, and this is 1.6, so a little bit more than 3 times more powerful. This will probably last the longest out of all the consoles, and the only reason why is because it has the most power and has the most space and the fastest bandwidth. And the only thing that this beats out the Xbox in is its SSD. Has a weaker GPU and has a slower CPU, and it's bigger, this just shows how well this was made. Obviously, the Series S though, very well made. Now, so the problem, guys, with console wars is they're all good. There's so much things for every single thing helping them out, but it's hard to choose between all of them because, I mean, sometimes it's not hard because I grew up on Xbox 360. I got it when the 360S came out, the Slim. I still have it and it still works pretty cool. And I just got a PC and I'm instantly like it better than my Xbox. But I keep my Xbox so I can play with friends, obviously. The main thing that people, stick to their console for is friends. Makes sense because games can be more fun when you're playing with friends. Like, that's just how it is. Now, game-wise, the PlayStation games seem more like single-player adult games. This is multiplayer family games, or you can be any age really, because Smash Bros. Is always going to be fun. This is more like Call of Duty, Halo, stuff like that. So more older multiplayer games, and GTA and stuff like that. So pretty cool. PlayStation 5 has that too. So that's a funny thing. So now here's the other problem, is the pricing for all these. PC, the parts are outrageous. They're going down though finally, for the first time in a long time, which is crazy nice. Because I bought my PC, which has a 3060 Ti in it, for $1,850. It was like $1,700, but taxes obviously, and that was a 5800X, and I don't know. It's a really good PC, but you could probably take $300-$400 off of it now. So it's a little disappointing thinking about this. The light, extremely nice for if you don't have a need to use it on a dock. But personally, this is just better. But actually, we have a Switch Lite. My brother has a Switch, but we have a Switch Lite for the road. It's a yellow one. I have used it. Pretty nice. You can play Minecraft on the this one. I would say keep at your house if you want to buy two, and then have this on the road, or literally just take this. I mean, literally they both go on the road. That's the thing. And you can have your family and play this on the road with you, with extra controllers. So either way, really good. this is nice. This will work in tandem with it. Because, I mean, okay, if you get PC without Steam, I don't know what you're doing. And then you can have all your games on this. The problem is this costs like what? The one I would rather get is $530 for an SSD. This is like my other video. You'll understand when I say Xbox amazing for hanging with friends. I'm so excited for Halo, and the crazy amount of exclusives are about to come out for Xbox, because Microsoft spent like $7 billion on a bunch of new studios. So, they're huge. Now, okay, another thing about, and then PlayStation, obviously, with their amazing single player exclusives. I don't know really any of the multiplayer exclusives, like, except for that new one they came out with was the crashing game. Whatever. So, here's the thing, though. When you compare Microsoft to, PlayStation or Sony, it's a no-brainer that really Microsoft's winning. And you're just saying, what do you mean more PlayStations are sold? I mean, like, seriously, Sony does this and movies. That's pretty much all they do, as far as I know. And, like, headphones, stuff like that. They have, 90% of all the computers used out there in the world using Windows. The money they're making, and then they add on this. This is only 10% of the revenue. They're really Windows. It's an unfair competition. If you just do Xbox versus PlayStation, then it's more fair. But if it's like the companies like Sony versus Microsoft could probably even buy Sony. That's the thing. That's the sad part. Nintendo, they're doing fine. They in Japan. I think I'm dragging this on too long. Just, the wars are stupid. They're all winning. There's no point to being a baby about it and going online and saying how much better you like your piece of plastic, because honestly, they're all good. So, and there's okay to have preferences, but like, I prefer this because obviously I grew up on a 360, so I've always been with Xbox, even though Xbox One was kind of disappointing. So, and now I love this even better. So, whatever you take from this is just, don't be stupid. Don't, attack people for having a different piece of plastic than you, because, they're just having fun playing games. And we gamers are, not the most beloved people because of what we do for our hobby, because it seems like a waste of time. But you know what? We're all here together, so, we don't want to cyberpunk it or something like that, because that would be very sad. I'll see you guys in the next one, Cutting Night Out. And before I go, please subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 25 subs for the end of summer, so it'd be very nice if you do that. Thank you. And, if you have any of these, I might get this, because I'm actually excited for it. But if any of these, have fun with it. Don't judge other people. This is personally my favorite. And then this, but you know what? I want this so bad too. And I have this too, which I love. All of them are so good, so don't just shush. Don't go on Twitter and complain, okay? Bye.